As I keep saying many times, it's important to know the account as a whole. So if you're looking at, for example, the very important last 7 day sales widget, and you notice that sales aren't very good or they are very good and they're not supposed to be good, you can identify it there along with the facts that you've gathered from your product niche. Now, I myself, with this client, I don't know this niche. It's a very specialized niche within a more popular category. It's a very generic, popular category that everybody knows about, but this particular client sells in a really, really unique portion of that category, which I don't know that well. And sales have been erratic. They fell to a point where it just seemed odd. So I had to consult with the brand owner to see what's going on, and the brand owner told me that no, this is the slow time of the year, so slow sales are expected. So when that happens, you don't need to change anything too drastically. Why? Because it's the slow season. Everyone has it. This particular account is relatively new, so there's no information that suggests that this is the slow part of the season. But if I were to, let's say, increase advertising spend and say, okay, let's try to increase sales again. That is terrible. That's a terrible thing to do. Why? Because it's the slow part of the season. People are not buying. So even if you do increase advertising spend, no one's going to buy anyway. So you're going to be lowering your profit through the slow season, which is detrimental. So the idea here is to just change things around to the point where you can make as much profit as possible, or just put all the advertising spend into one of your better items instead of putting advertising spend into items that are just not selling. Figure out what is selling. Try to get a itemized report on your best items, which Seller Central now provides for you. What are your top selling items? Maybe you should put all your advertising spend into those items instead of the ones that are not selling, because you know they're not going to sell anyway because it's a slow season. Those are just a couple of ideas that you can do for your account. You could also add, subtract items. I mean, you can do so many things. It's a very artistic process, but the point is, don't add, don't do anything drastic like adding advertising spend whenever you're in the middle of a sales slump, slow season. All you need to do is change things around until you get the perfect mix for you during that slow season. Not in general, during that slow season. Be realistic on what you're actually, or what your Seller Central account is actually capable of.